It looks like a miracle floating there for a moment. Things become tinted by chaotic and beautiful swirling rainbows through this marvellous, delicate skin. This fantastical membrane to nothing is the surface to a planet. An impossible orb, ravaged by microscopic, effulgent, tempestuous seas. But touch one, and it vaporizes. But that's poetry. I was in the middle of another drama. And it could have been the nail that would seal the us into a coffin. End it finally with an explosive eulogy. When you're there watching it implode, it's almost impossible to keep track of what has happened and how you came to be the victims and soldiers in a war zone, scanning the evidence and putting it all back together before all you can see is an empty space where the bubble had been, with eyes stinging full of tears and soapy water. All I said was, well, I wanted to be a better person, so I thought I'd start at the top of my heart. I wanted to say something that would be important. I was trying to explain I'm not like those other men. How corny is that? And it's probably not true. I always knew that revelation could lead to ruin, but I'd spoken the obvious 1,000 times. Was I dancing out of our crazy little scenario, or was she throwing me out? It all blends into one. It all blends into one. It would be nice to guarantee a constant supply of the light and magical part of a relationship. The rays of sunshine, the fireworks, the bubbles. They grow dim, they fizzle out, the bubbles you inhabit burst. Okay, so I think I'm a poet, I admit it. I'm a philosophical potholer. I'm the clown mountain climber, the fool, but one who knows God Almighty. I'm not just some bizarre cowboy. I have friends in high places. I told her I'd been unfaithful to her, that I'd been spending a lot of time with God. I love God more than I love you. What I mean is, basically I totally ballsed up what I was trying to say. I was trying to explain that God is love, and if I love love more than anything else, it protects us, doesn't it? That's what I meant to say. Ironically, this may be where it all started to go wrong again. But of course I loved her. She's my second salvation. I was out of my mind. I was out of my mind. She was completely nuts. She was sane. She was a good person. She was a good person. I was a bad person. I certainly needed God more than she did on the face of things. I'm not very good at loving love, loving love, loving love. I can't believe you just said that to me. What's the point of saying something like that? She said. Then all at once she was a berserker, totally determined to blow up the bubble. Not with air, but with dynamite. As if bubbles aren't fragile enough. She didn't even believe in God. So what's the problem? Then I asked her to marry me. I agree that I fail to be better every day, lying on the concrete with that fear I'll be alone again and always will be, straining for an epiphany so it won't happen again. Bubbles may not be enough to make it work, but something would have to be nailed down. Perhaps it was time to accept whimsical, ethereal globes can't be. They should be enjoyed while they last, as their magic inevitably floats away. We'd have to blow more of them as we went along and hope for love for the other answers. Or was she lying there, looking for stars of light in the tunnel? Had I slammed the door? It all blends into one. 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 It all blends into one.